Hi everybody, it's Claire with another project for Scrap FX. So I'm going to be creating a zine or a zine, I don't know how you pronounce it, wherever you come from. Basically a little booklet made from one folded piece of paper. So this is just printer paper, and I'm starting off adding lots of bright colours, kind of a rainbow vibe really. So using Dina Wakley Media paint, I've got ruby, tangelo, lemon, lime, turquoise, magenta, and a bit of blackberry to start off with. So that creates a lovely, bright, colourful background. Then I'm using one of the Circles Galore stencil sets. This is one of the new ones that I've designed for Scrap FX. It's really useful to have. I love circles, as you know, and I just think the more circle stencils you can have, the better. So I'm using white through that, and then I'm using the other stencil that comes as part of that set um, with white as well. So just starting to build up some more pattern onto that background, and then I'm using carnation and using a circle stencil, the Circles Galore C set as well. I've also used rouge through that, so a slightly different, like a pinky, orangey pink. It's similar. I would say it's in the same sort of family as blushing. It's got that kind of peachy vibe going on with it. Really, it's quite pretty. And then I'm starting to build up some stamping interest there. So I've used the bubble cloud stamp with a StazOn ink, and also scribbled circle stamp, and the crazy circle stamp too, and circle marks stamp as well. So just kind of building up that interest, sticking with the circle theme, using lots of different ink colours there, all StazOn ink. And then this is the text stencil, also from Scrap FX, and I'm just using some white through that. So that purple stamping that I did came on a lot darker than I really wanted it to, so the white stenciling over the top just kind of pushes that away a little bit, but just going with it. So then folding it in half long ways, and then in half width ways, and in half, each of those halves again, and then you just cut through the middle there, and you can fold it into a booklet shape. So now I'm going to start building up the interest on each page. So these chipboard shapes are from Scrap FX2. These are the tree shapes. They kind of reminded me of leaves, so I decided that's kind of what I would use them as. So I'm adding white onto some of these elements here. They have like centres that you can push out on some of them. So some are going to be black and some are going to be white. So I've just got a piece of paper underneath while I just add the colour onto these, just to catch that. And these papers are often quite interesting to keep because you can use them as collage paper in future journal pages. So this is a new stencil that I've also created for Scrap FX. It's the Dream Big Stencil. It's got lots of text on it and patterns as well, so you can kind of mix it up a bit. So I've just stenciled that with some black paint, and then I'm using a white gel pen. This is a Signo Uniball, and I'm just going round that the lettering there from the stencil, and just kind of make it stand out a little bit, because with the purple stamping on the background and the black letters, it kind of all disappeared. So this just pushes it out a little bit more from the background. So then I've put one of those shapes together, and I'm going to use that as a point of interest on one of my pages. I'm just trying to decide which one to use here, and then I am simply just going to staple these in place using the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher. And then here I decided that I would copy that shape and pattern and draw a couple more of those shapes onto my other page, just to kind of make that work a bit better together, giving it a quick dry. And then I'm going to go in with my Posca pen and my Signo pens in white and just add more details onto those elements there. So then I'm just deciding which words I'm going to use from this stencil, which ones will work on this page. And also looking at these, realising that you can mix and match some of the words from these stencils and put different words from different phrases together to make new ones. So here I'm using the words be kind and just splitting them up a bit so that I can use them without the heart shape, because that wouldn't kind of have worked. I'm just pushing the back of the staples through so they lay flat here, because sometimes they don't always, and I don't want to catch myself on those. So now I am working on the next set of pages following the same theme, just adding some more marks onto these shapes using my Posca pen. And again, just using a makeup sponge and some black paint and adding some more text onto the next page. So I decided I would keep with the theme that I'd started on the first page, and just adding some white outlining to these letters. And it just kind of gives the little zine a bit more cohesiveness, helps it hang together a bit better. Now I'm on to the last set of pages, and again just adding some more stenciling here. Now I couldn't get any of the words to fit, so I decided I would just write them in myself. And just adding some more doodling onto these pages too. So this zine has been created using lots of bright colours, loads of Scrap Effects stamps, and then these chipboard elements and the stencils as well. So lots and lots of goodies used in this project, and it's always fun creating a little book. There's something lovely about making a book. I don't know what it is, but that satisfaction of flicking through at the end when you've finished is great. And then I had a little envelope that was in the journal, so I snipped off one edge and then just used a punch and cut out some little heart shapes from it so that bits of the journal little booklet that I'd made would peep through, and it's going to live in there. I also stitched round the edges of the pages on the little booklet before I started working on it. You can see that here. You don't have to do that, but it did mean that it kind of hung together a bit better. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this little project, and I hope to see you again soon.